Hey everybody, it's time for the Wednesday show. We've got some weird stuff going on today, so make sure you stay tuned. Okay, first up, wanted to thank everybody for the positive response from Saturday's show. It was a little bit different, but something I felt I needed to say, so I said it. We'll get back to our regular sort of lineup this Saturday. I also got a lot of good feedback from our discussion of the local Kansas City area casinos last week. I know that Kevin and I had a good time, and we're planning to possibly do another casino crawl at some point in some of the tribal casinos in northeast Kansas, which might be fun. This time we'll try to at least get some exterior shots of the casino, but again, got a lot of positive feedback from that, so that was cool. We are basically a month from Vegas, which we'll show you a little clip here in a minute that'll kind of bring it out, but this is something that has been in the works for the last 4 months or so. Definitely into early spring. Just let me be clear that myself, PJ, Mark, and Ryan are not the four horsemen of the apocalypse. We will not bring about the end of times. I would stay home if that was the case. We're also not the four horsemen of NWA, WCW, TBS Saturday afternoon fame, though they were favorites of mine in my younger days. And I may or may not have coined the term, which PJ, of course, ran with. So there you go. So we've got, we're going to show you a little clip that PJ put together if you haven't already seen it. I'm not sure if this was the final version that he did. He may have made a few tweaks to it, but this is the one that he gave us to download, so I thought I'd show it to you if you haven't seen it. And if you haven't seen it, what's going on? Are you not subscribed to PJ Slots and Entertainment? Do I have to berate you people every single time I do a show to make sure that you are following the very close friends of Vegas Tips and Tricks? But in any case, you have not seen the little trailer that he put together. It is pretty funny. And he spent a lot of time on that. It may only be a couple of minutes long, but there were a lot of little clips that were edited together to pull that off. So a very good job there. I have a hard time believing that the four of us will live up to the reputation that we are expected to have there. So, and as I've mentioned on a couple of different occasions, the whole idea of this little gathering was to sort of avoid having just a massive collection of dozens and dozens of people that we couldn't keep track of, and it's a tribute to, I guess, all of us, that so many people are now coming out of the woodwork and saying, "Hey, we're going to come out for Labor Day weekend. We're going to be there. We look forward to meeting you." So that's pretty cool. So anyway, here you go. Before we do anything else on the show, here is the trailer for the Four Horsemen as they invade Las Vegas in just a few weeks. Okay, so this is the second go round on this. I recorded this segment already, but tried to use my USB microphone and got just a bunch of interference instead. So we're going to do this the old-fashioned way. Just a few days ago, I got a package from my friend Cathy Grant, all the way from the UK. I just opened it up on the other version of this that is not acceptable. And even though it is not acceptable to just show you this backwards, here, let me do this. These are Jaffa cakes. And Cathy loves Jaffa cakes. Probably as much as she loves Vegas. Probably as much as she loves music. Cathy has been a huge fan of the Alice Cooper, and has been sort of following his career for many years, but also is very intimately connected to a lot of folks in the Brit pop and Brit rock movement over the past several decades. She has a channel, YouTube channel called Reignite, where she interviews a number of prominent figures. I'll post a link to that in the show notes below. Some interesting stuff there, particularly if you're interested in the history of music. But even there, she says, hey, what do you think of Jaffa cakes? So she sent me some Jaffa cakes. And so I'm going to have a Jaffa cake, another Jaffa cake, because I already had one. And it didn't work, but yeah, so there's little cookies, and there's some orange flavoring, and there's some chocolate flavoring going on. It's not bad. So here we go. It is a pretty strong sort of artificial orangey flavor going on. It doesn't overwhelm the cookie. There's also a chocolate undercurrent that also does not overwhelm the cookie. I think these would be very good with ice cold milk. But I'm already on my second recording of this particular taste test, and I'm not at this point in the mood to go get milk. But I think it would be a really good combination. Interestingly enough, I think I could probably get these locally. There is a small shop in downtown Lawrence called Brits that sells a lot of English videos and foods and things like that. And I would bet I could find Jaffa cakes. I'm told you can find these in Canada as well. Would I go out of my way for a Jaffa cake? I probably wouldn't. Probably wouldn't. Will I finish this sleeve of Jaffa cakes at some point? When perhaps I've had a couple too many drinks and I'm hungry late at night? Yeah, I probably will. They're not bad at all. So if you get a chance to check out and try a Jaffa cake, hey, why not do it? And if you get a chance to check out my friend Cathy's channel, I think you'll enjoy that as well. Speaking of things that we enjoy, making PJ squirm just a little bit might be near the top of that list. He's been asking for the last several weeks for people to suggest cocktails they want him to make. And last week he pretended that he didn't notice that our friend Pennies for Vegas had requested that he make a Caesar. I think it's just because he didn't want to make a Caesar. But to his credit, he manned up, and this week he has made a Caesar, and I suspect at some point in the video he's going to drink it and give us his impression. It's definitely going to taste quite a bit different than a Jaffa cake. And let's I haven't even watched this, so let's see how PJ manages the Caesar. Take it away, buddy.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Wednesday show and our brand new segment, Cocktail Corner. where you, the viewer, can send in your cocktail of choice, and our staff mixologist PJ will make it for you right here on the Wednesday show. Now here's PJ with today's viewer cocktail.
Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of Cocktail Corner. Hello, John. John, how you doing? Crystal, you sound as lovely as ever, my dear. Thank you for another great introduction. Well, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see in front of me, we've got a very busy cocktail. Today's cocktail is a shout out to my friend Pennies for Vegas. We all know him. We all love him. Mark, this Caesar is for you, my friend. Now, also, one of the things we wanted to do in Cocktail Corner was for you all to send in some recipes. No one's doing that. So I've picked out this special drink that a lot of people have tried, and we're going to make one right here. Now, there are a ton of versions. I've seen a bunch, but we're going to go with this one. Vodka, Worcestershire sauce, Tabasco sauce, lime juice, Clamato juice. As you can see, I've already got my drink garnished with a celery and some olives. Now, you've seen people throw chicken, hamburgers, bacon, clams, lobsters. I mean, the garnishes are endless. But this simple drink, celery and a couple of olives. Let's get right into it, shall we? First thing we're going to do is make some room. I'm all out of fresh lime, so we're using lime juice. 2 ounces of vodka. And we're just going to go 1,000, 2, 1,000. Looks pretty good. It looks like 2 ounces. All right, next up, a couple of dashes of Worcestershire sauce. 1, 2. Whoop. It might be a little much. All right, next, just a single drop of Tabasco sauce. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you can put in as much as you want to your required taste. I can get a drop out. Okay. That might have been a mistake. That might have been a mistake. I got no chaser. All right. And then just a little bit of lime juice. And top it off with some Clamato juice. Now this is, I don't know who the manufacturer is. Tomato cocktail. That's all it says. El Original. I don't know who makes it. But this is what I bought. This is what we're going to do. Top it off. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? It's too late now. Rim the glass. And hey, I'm doing this show after 10 p.m., so no pants. I'm going to stir this up a little bit. But you want to rim your glass with maybe some celery salt, maybe some ground pepper, your own concoction. Now, I have heard there's a couple of brothers in Canada who have come up with their own Caesar Rimmer. Caesar Rimmer it's called. So, Mark, you might have already known this. Alrighty. I think that's mixed up pretty good. Ooh. Alrighty, so now, ladies and gentlemen, the moment everybody's been waiting for. I know I have. Jesus. This Caesar. Mark, Canada, John, Crystal, and ladies and gentlemen. You know, if you saw my video when I was in Vegas last, I had one of these. And oh, you know what I'm missing? I didn't have any horseradish sauce. I think that's what's missing. But you know what? This version is really good. We're going to stick with that. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for watching another episode of Cocktail Corner. Please send in your drink requests. I have no problem making them. Also, if you haven't already, let's thumbs up this video. Let's leave a comment. And as always, if you haven't subscribed already, ladies and gentlemen, hit that subscribe button. Let's get John to 10,000 subscribers. You know the Facebook page has over 30,000 now, right, John? I think 30,000 was what I saw last. Ooh, the Tabasco's kicking in. I got to send it back to John. John, back to you, buddy. Woo! Whoa, baby. Man, I'm weak. We're out of here. I'm not taking the drink with me.
Okay. I don't know if you enjoyed that. I enjoyed that. That was entertaining. I don't know if PJ liked it as much as he pretended to. My personal advice on the Caesar is a lot of vodka and a lot of Tabasco and cut way back on the Clamato and the Worcestershire sauce, okay? Get that strong, clammy, tomatoey thing into the background a little bit. But that's just me. So, but yeah, thanks for doing that. If you'd like to torture PJ, come up with a favorite cocktail of yours that you think might make him squirm just a little bit. Leave it in the comments below. And we'll make him make it because he says he'll make it. I don't know what you can come up with, but I'm sure there's something pretty entertaining out there. So that's going to, I guess, wrap up the Wednesday show. Basically, I'd say a majority of the program was contributed by someone else, and I'm all in favor of that. If you'd like to play a part and contribute to the Wednesday show in some fashion, whether by sending along a tasty treat or sharing some of your thoughts, we talked about doing some different things on the show. So if you got an idea, hit me up at my email address, which I'll put below, jrswift@vegastipstricks.com. Let me know if you've got any ideas. We can probably make that happen. All right, so we're going to wrap it up here midweek. Thank you for watching this kind of offbeat Wednesday show, which is saying something. Had so many different things that I wanted to share with you today that doing a field trip this week just didn't seem to make any sense. But we're going to visit somewhere else in the neighborhood one of these days, maybe even next week. And we did actually do a podcast on Monday. So if you haven't checked that out on Podbean or Spotify, please do so. I don't think a lot of people really listen to these shows, but I thought it was actually kind of fun to do one, so we may do them a little more frequently, just because it's kind of a fun way to riff about Las Vegas. Speaking of riffing about Las Vegas, we'll be back on Saturday with another episode of Vegas Weekly. We'll be back here sometime next week with some sort of concoction. We would urge you to stay safe, take care of yourself. Keep our friend Andy in your thoughts and prayers. And I hope that you have a great, lucky, and healthy week. We will see you all again real soon. Bye-bye.